Good evening. My name is Carolyn Whitney, and I just would like to express my gratefulness and thankfulness for the opportunity to have been nominated for such a honorable award. I was reading about Miss Jaffe, and she believes in the lifestyle of if life deals you lemons, then make lemonade. And I would have to say that is truly a great model, even for myself. When I came into the process of Sisters in Christ, I had been married to a gentleman who was a basketball player, played NBA ball, and ended up getting into substance abuse and losing his career and a lot of other things. And at the time, I was a single mother, and I had to learn how to raise my son alone and how I could get through life in an area I had never been in before. I lived in Kansas City and had been raised on the East Coast and ended up in the Midwest with no clue of anybody. And so out of that process, I learned a lot of things. One of them was that if you don't know who you are as far as your purpose is concerned, you'll never reach your destiny. The other was I had to learn that women don't like sharing their stories all the time. So I learned to share my story. And as I was sharing my story, I found other women were having just as much pain or just as many traumas as I had. And the more I did it, the more I came to the knowledge of women and how important it is that we invest in one another. And even though we might look good on the outside, that doesn't mean that we're not hurting on the inside. And even though we have money and we may have a big house and fancy things, it doesn't mean that we're living the best life of joy and happiness and those kind of things. So as I began to walk this walk and this journey, I quickly learned that if I was ever going to reach my destiny and my purpose, I was going to have to be shallow in the process of working with the women that were coming into my life. And that's what I've done. And as a result, we have grown. I ended up going in and being a substance abuse counselor. I have worked with children that were in residential treatment facilities. I've also worked with the mental health area. And I just found no matter where I was at, women were always in pain. It didn't matter if they were a doctor, it didn't matter if they were a prostitute on the street. Women had pain. And so my motto is women invest in women. We have to recognize the importance of who we are and what we're capable of providing just from our own understanding of what it means to be a woman. And so tonight, I just thank you all so very much for giving me a moment just to share my story and hopefully be able to impact other women's lives. It's just important today for me. If we're going to change the world, women have to be ready to be honest with themselves and be honest with the world that we need one another to encourage, to build up, and to transform the lives that we're going to come in contact with each and every day. Thank you.